Right folks, Livingston away. Right, we're in the cup and we've got Rangers in the next round if we manage to get through it. We don't know the lineups yet. Obviously I'll put a picture up when the lineups come up, but we're hoping there's going to be some changes, get people some rest.
Especially after the Partizan game.
Exactly. I think Bowie needs a rest. I think there's a few guys need a rest, but I also feel that there's a few guys on that bench that need a chance to prove that they can maybe do something in the league and have us just focus on European football. So we've got fighting on two fronts, because one team's fighting on two fronts at the moment. They're not getting any rest, and you can clearly see it in some of the performances in some of the halves. So it needs to change.
Yeah.
So yeah, well, I can't really talk about the team, but we can think about predictions if you'd like.
Predictions. Well, personally, I predict that Smith's probably still going to be on the team. We talked about this on the drive up, but we're a bit worried about Smith from the last few games. He's made...
It's not just he's making mistakes, he's making what could potentially game-losing mistakes, but don't get me wrong, we've said in the second half onwards he redeemed his sell against Partizan Belgrade.
Yeah.
But against Kilmarnock he made a hell of a lot of mistakes, and we really don't want that anymore. So we'll wait and see how it plays. I think he'll still be in goal. I don't think Gray will make a lot of changes, but I hope he does, because there's some guys that I think needs to be more match ready, and we're just not getting it. Ewan proved last week he had his first start in God knows how long, and he scored a goal. So to me it's like, give Bowie a wee bit of a break, because he ran his arse off on Thursday.
Yep.
So did Mulligan. I mean, there was a few guys that just give them a break, give the younger guys a chance. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah. Especially hoping Klidje will come on.
Exactly.
Because, again, lads need rest, and I mean, he's our biggest signing. So
exactly. And we don't know if he's any good or not yet.
Yeah.
So. But anyway, yeah, so we're going to leave it there. Nice wee short intro.
Other predictions. So you want
to predictions, aye. Well, apart from a Hibs win, I would like to see us score some goals again, which I think we will. I do think we'll concede, because I don't know, I just feel like that's always in us at the moment. Yep. So I'm going to go with a 3-1 Hibs.
Right. I feel like depending on what Hibs offence shows up, I would say, personally, I think it's because of how scary we were defensively last game. Not scary to the opposition, but scary to the fans. If we can actually start pressing this game, like you said, I'm worried that there'll be another mistake, because there was one against Dundee, there was one against Kilmarnock, against Partizan, and you know, part of what we were talking about at the Partizan games, that Hibs also sometimes have a habit of playing one of two halves, which is its own problem. But getting to the prediction, I think it's gonna be a fairly gritty and dirty 2-1 for us, is the hope.
At least it's a win, and we'll have Rangers in the next round if we do. Right guys, going to leave it there. We'll see you after the highlights and see hopefully if we win or not. Okay, catch you back. Right guys, that's us, 2-0.
2-0, clean sheet.
Clean sheet. We got what we wanted. We wanted to see a lot of changes, with some people getting a chance, and they did. And they didn't disappoint.
Absolutely.
Our new guy, Klidje, got his first goal. I didn't have a clear view of it, but it went in anyway, so we're happy. followed up by Josh Mulligan in the second half with an absolute beauty of a goal. We seem to be in the habit of scoring good goals this year, so hopefully that continues. Who else were we going to talk about? That midfielder, what's his name?
Sheila. Depends on the accent.
Yeah, it depends on the accent, but he played a blinder as well, so happy that he got his first game and played well for us. And I'm really excited that Megwa got a chance and done really well. Megwa played out his skin today. To be fair, to a man, Hibs played really well today. And it was great, because that means we could actually, we know we can rely on these players to give the number one guys a little bit of a break before we go into Europe. So happy days. Anything you want to, well, we did actually get player of the match because it's away. So if you had to give anybody player of the match, who would it be?
There's a lot of good players. Klidje obviously with his first goal, but his dribbling was also really well. You were talking about it earlier. He was giving people so many problems. I feel like if him and Yuan can sync up quite well, we could have a real danger.
Can you imagine though, we would play two up front, if we've got Boyle and Bowie, and when they don't play, Yuan and Klidje, it's like, no, that's next level.
Absolutely.
But I'm so happy. So if you had to, if you couldn't pick one, what two people you would pick in between? I know it's kind of tough.
Yeah, I guess between Klidje and the midfielder lad, kind of
Chiwa. I would agree. That would be the two, very closely followed by Megwa. But no, I'm really ecstatic about Hibs.
Also, new goalkeeper this round.
Yeah, we were a bit surprised that he played. We didn't really see a lot of what he can do,
which is a good thing.
Which is a good thing. We've said that last week. You want to not see your goalkeeper.
Yeah.
But happy days. We finally got a clean sheet this season, so that's good. Next game up for us in the cup is actually going to be Rangers, because we got through this, so we're now got Rangers away. Our next game that Hibs have got is on Thursday at home against Legia Warsaw. Now, I work night shift, as I've said before, that's why it's kind of hard for us to go to games sometimes.
Yep.
So we can't go to that one. We also don't have a game next weekend because that was the game against Falkirk away. There was a Premier Sport Live game, but obviously they've not rescheduled that one yet. So we've not got a game next weekend, followed by the second leg. So again, we can't go to that one because again that's in Poland and I'm working. But the game in 2 weekends time is at home against St Mirren. So we're going to hopefully go to that one again. We're just going to have to wait and see what happens. But I think, one, it's so hot. I don't really want to be in the car too long. That's why we're going to make this kind of short and sweet.
Make this pretty short because if I remember correctly on the news, it is said to be, if there was a heat wave said to be around. I don't know if it's still going. It absolutely feels like a heat wave. I could be wrong.
I'm sweating buckets. Yeah, I've got to the point. On a separate note, altogether, tried one of Livi's pies. God, it's awful. Absolutely awful.
And then there's the state of the toilets.
And then the state of the toilets they were in. It's not, no.
Like, maybe the Livingston home end's a bit more maintained. Maybe you Livy fans will disagree with us on this and say that, it's well maintained, but the away end certainly isn't.
No, the away end is god awful and your pies suck. So, anyway, that'll be us. We need to get the windows open, we need to start driving, get some aircon on, and anyway, that'll be us for about 2 weeks. Glory to the Hibees, on to the next round, and good luck to the boys.
Good luck.
When Europe, when it comes around. So, enjoy your weekend, guys, and try not to die in this bloody heat.